Edwards on the drag, goes inside the turn him over again. Booker scoops it up. Booker brings the boom.
And it could be the final boom. NBA Finals Game 6 here, and the Pacers are on their last legs. Tony wearing his Thunder blue. Yes, Tony, Thunder blue. They do have blue in their jersey, as we figured out a few games ago. But Tony, this is possibly the last NBA Showdown slate we get for DraftKings here. Honestly, I hope not, because I'd like to get one more slate in the books because of how good, honestly, the NBA Showdown playoffs have been for Rumpure. But we'll see. I don't know yet. We'll see when we dive into the game. How you feeling? You ready to go?
Yeah, usually I want an extra game, but not this time because, man, I get smoked if it goes 7. I had a big bet on it going 4 or 5, and then a pretty big bet, too, on it going 6. Nothing going 7, though, so I lose all my bets if it goes to 7, and I still win a decent amount. I'll lose on the bets, but I still have a pretty big bet out there on the 6, so I need the Thunder to close it down tonight, and I think they do. There's too much going on for it. Indiana does just have that swag, though, where TJ McConnell's going to go for 30 or something tonight. I mean, you can't kill them. You can't close this team out, and that does worry me. But, man, you're facing a historically good team, the Thunder, who have struggled a lot this series, but now you got the Haliburton injury. Man, they're fighting against a lot. I know they're at home. I think the Thunder close it out, but, man, in Indiana, you can't ever count out this Indiana team. And honestly, with how much I got on 6, maybe I need to hedge a little on Indiana plus 6, 6.5, to where I don't just get clean smoked if Indiana wins. Because if it's 6.5, even if the Thunder just say they win by 20 and I win that bet, and I lose the 6.5, at least I can respect that, because it can still fall in that 6 where you win both bets. You win the Thunder and you win the plus 6.5. But, man, Indiana's earned all the respect for sure.
Yeah, Indiana definitely earned the respect. We'll see. I mean, the Haliburton injury is definitely one thing that is going to be interesting as we talk through this game and stuff. But I will just keep saying, this team has done it in this series, really, with all the others too. It hasn't just been about Haliburton. So, obviously he's their best player and he's a key piece and stuff like that. But I think that's one of the reasons why OKC has struggled. Their depth has actually not been the best depth in the series. You know what I mean? They're losing in the depth department.
Not even close, really, either.
Yeah, and that's how the Pacers are staying in games, winning some of these games, and we'll see. You know what I mean? We had the game last game where TJ McConnell comes out in that second half, and he just looked like he was the best player on the floor for a little bit. And
then he sits. I still don't get it. Like, Haliburton's hurt. What is it with TJ? We've always seen this, and Carlisle knows better than he sees him every day. He knows what. Maybe that's just like, once he gets in the 20s or something, his production goes down. I don't know. But when he's crushing like that and Haliburton's hurt, how does he never come back in?
Well, he did come back in, but it was too late. I think it was 3 or 4 minute mark.
Way late, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying he literally never got, he just, the game was over then, though. I didn't understand how, if Haliburton was hurt, which I'm still, the way he was moving, I'm not I don't know. I don't want to kill Haliburton because he probably
you're calling him out a little bit. You're calling him out.
He was moving fine, and it's a tough matchup. And I know groins and hamstrings and all the different, you can't. It's the player. It's the player that needs the. I don't understand. But
yeah, I mean, they say it's like a calf, right? And I'm with you. Like, if he's good to go, then he's good to go. It's the end of the season.
Moving fine. Like, I'm not. He probably wasn't 100%, but he was still moving okay.
I mean, it's the end of the season. All these guys are banged up a little bit. They're gonna play through stuff. I'm with you though. I don't understand in basketball why are you taking out a guy who's clearly and what's funny is Carlisle's the coach that normally would ride the hot hand.
Yeah.
He's the guy that would normally say, I get it. We normally close with this group, but this group is playing so well, and this player specifically, how do I not close with him? How do we not close with this guy? He's bringing us life back into this game for us, and it's like, what are we doing here? So it's just funny that he didn't really go back to him until it was kind of too late, or felt like it was too late, anyways. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. But our boy, I mean, I don't know about you, Tony. I was very close that optimal team. I actually remember like hand building it too. And I was like, wow, this is like the easiest build to get to for like my J-Dub builds. But I was super high. The one spot I was off on the slate, because I was pretty dead on the slate, was Caruso. And that was like the difference in my team.
Caruso killed me too.
I had all the J-Dub and Pascal and all the guys that crushed TJ. But it was just the Caruso thing. That was the one thing that if you go back and look at like all the like the content and stuff, Caruso was the one guy who just absolutely destroyed me.
It was so bad too, because we were both like crazy high on him, and like look at these numbers. So basically everyone on OKC outscored him, even Kaysen and Wiggins and Dort. And then the Pacers, you had those bench guys too. McConnell, Obi, Betty. Basically, everyone shredded our boy Caruso, and you can't have everybody outscore your guy.
It felt so dirty, too, when you look at the team, and you were just like, oh, my God, Caruso is the reason.
He was so bad, too, finally.
But
he was so good, and he was so bad.
I tried to tell you, it was J-Dub and Pascal. It was their games. I definitely was on top of it. And your boy, that's the crazy thing, too, is your boy SGA actually had, like, his best game, I felt like. Or one of his two best games
he was good,
of the series. He was great. He had a double-double.
Three guys that were good. I mean, 60, 56, and 50, that's where I don't know how close I think you need to want, because none of the really, really cheap guys like crushed. So I don't, SGA is just too expensive. He's got to separate more.
Yeah, he's got to separate. Well, and he was really good. The problem was like when J-Dub, like you said, gets like 55, which he hasn't done all series. You're not beating that if you're only getting
Pascal, like you like both those guys. He had 50, so like
he had 51. It's like, and he was almost the winner too. You know what I mean? J-Dub, actually, the Pascal chop I think was much. The J-Dub obviously was much chalkier than the Pascal. I think it was like 3x difference. I think
it was the chalkiest slate we've seen, really, as far as the build. Wasn't it only like $5,000 or something?
Yeah, like I said, dude, when I hand built, that was like the first team before I did anything. I just like hand built that.
For the people watching, and for me, I forget what the optimal was. What was the overall optimal?
So it was.
It had to be Dort.
It was J-Dub. It was Pascal, Dort, TJ, Aaron Wiggins, and who was the fifth guy? Was it SGA? I think it was SGA. I don't think he was in the
winner, was it? I don't think he was in the winner. He could have been. I don't think he had to be, I guess, at 60, but I'm
pretty sure he was. I'm pretty sure this. I could be wrong, actually. Was it not him? Because Chet didn't do that good either.
I can't. Either that or it had to be Dort. It had to be J-Dub. It had to be Pascal. It had to be Wiggins. Kaysen Wallace. It might have been Kaysen Wallace.
Let me see here. I'm going to go back and look real quick because
I can probably find it pretty quick
too. Here we go. I got it. All right. So the optimal was J-Dub, Pascal, SGA, Lou Dort, TJ McConnell, Aaron Wiggins. Yep. So I was right. And
I'm assuming it probably because it had the three studs. I bet.
I think it's zeroed out or close to. Yeah.
It looks like a team that would, and it only paid $5,000. So like, neither one of us had it, even though we liked pretty much that build. I mean, those are my three of my high. Obviously, everyone had those. I'm not saying anything, but it almost makes me not happy that I didn't have it. But if it's that chalky, I don't care about it that much. But you just don't. I don't know if you should play that team when it's that chalky. You just don't win anything. But obviously, I'd rather have it than not have it.
I was gonna say I rather have it than not have it, but we were definitely
so chalky though.
Well, yeah, you don't realize going into it though it's going to be like that chalky, but like we were super high.
It. You're the one. You said it. You're like it was just so easy to build.
Well, it was. Like I still remember it. I still remember it too because it was the first thing I did was build that. I think I was even on the show. I didn't outwardly say it, but when I said I love J-Dub and Pascal are like my two favorite plays, I was like, all right, let me plug in J-Dub. And I did it real quick. And I was like, oh, I can get SGA with my two favorite guys. And we loved Lou Dort on the show. Remember, we talked him up. We said it was a Lou Dort game. I definitely talked up TJ. He was a core play for me. So like I plugged him in, and then my last spot was Aaron Wiggins. And I didn't I'll be honest, I didn't love Aaron Wiggins. I wasn't like, oh, I have to play Aaron Wiggins. But in that range, I did.
You had to play a cheap guy, so I mean,
yeah. And in that range, I did say I like Aaron Wiggins over everyone. I'm pretty sure, including shitty Ben Shepherd, which I just that dude.
I was heavy on Ben Shepherd for sure, but he was cheaper.
Oh no, you weren't. You hated Ben Shepherd. You like Ben Shepherd?
No, but once we talked through it, and it was the price point. He was $1,200. I'm looking. I mean, he was still. Needed. I liked him better than the 1K guys because I thought he would score 6 or 8. I didn't like him because I thought he'd get 20. I liked the price.
What was funny was I think he played like his low in minutes in the entire series.
Played 6. Yeah, it was his lowest because he played 6 freaking minutes.
Oh, like that's so good. Ben Shepherd. Look at that stash. You can't play a guy with that stash.
Isaiah Joe didn't play. Like, those guys stink. I was waiting for them to just like, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, So it just kind of built itself. So I could see why a lot of people had it though. Like you said, I could see
Bradley just randomly get minutes out of nowhere.
That was well, you know why though? Hartenstein was killing them early. Hartenstein they were struggling with early. So Carlisle was like, let me put a like I don't know big body in there and see if he can,
There's always one that just catches me off guard. No matter how close we follow this. No matter how much we talk it through, there's always just one guy that I'm just like, I would have never even considered Tony Bradley.
Yeah. And honestly, that could have been, I wouldn't have either. But when I watched the game, I was like, I understood it when he came in. I know most people didn't, but like Hartenstein was killing them early. And Hartenstein hadn't really had a good game most of the series. Or like that, in my opinion, where he was affecting it that well, even though he wasn't like dominating scoring wise, he was getting boards, assists. He was doing all like the little stuff that Hartenstein kind of does. And so I don't know. I mean, does he go back to Tony Bradley tonight? I don't know. Like Tony Bradley's 1,600 now. He's not 1K. You got your boy Ben Shepherd at 1,200. I agree kind of with chat here. I don't know about going back to Wiggins on the road. I agree with our guy Coach Chris. I don't know about it on the road. He's done good at home, but on the road he has not done very well, at least in this series. 10 in 8 minutes, 5 and 4 fantasy points. At home he's played 9, 21 and 22 minutes. so a little difference between the home and the road splits. And you could see why he's playing though. Look at what he's doing at home. Yeah, I mean, he shot 4 for 7 from 3 and 5 for 8 from 3, 2 of the 3 games. Like you're going to stay on the floor when you're shooting like that.
Oh yeah.
So
definitely.
Yeah, it's an interesting slate, Tony, because you say it all the time. Like we're going to need cheapies. Is this the slate though, where we get that cheapie? Like that's the question. I think put that back on you. Like, can we go back to a Ben Shepherd who lost minutes, to a Tony Bradley who somehow gained 12 minutes out of nowhere? Can we do that?
I mean, you got the season on the line for both teams again. I just, they don't play till, you said Sunday, right? It's got to be Sunday.
It's Sunday.
What time they play?
Yeah.
Sunday?
8.
What time?
They play at 8 on Sunday, I think. It's 8:30 tonight. I think it's 8 Sunday.
So you got plenty of time off in between. I can't see them. And so, like, OKC side, Isaiah Joe finally didn't play. Granted, they got 1 game separation now, but I don't think that really changes. I just don't think they're going to go deeper into the bench. The Pacers are a little bit different story just because of the Haliburton thing. I mean, first of all, do we think he for sure plays? I mean, I think he plays.
I do. Like, I think that he plays.
Actually hurt to where he just can't go the whole game or doesn't play effectively the whole game? I mean,
you know, I don't look at, so first of all, he played 34 minutes. So let's stop with the whole, like, he still played 34 minutes of the basketball game. It's not like he played 20 minutes and you could tell clearly like he couldn't come back in the game and stuff like that. Like, he played 34 minutes. He tried to play through whatever was nagging him. This is a closeout game. Like, his season's over. I don't see how he doesn't try and play through it again. He already did it once. I don't see why not.
What is this dude going to be owned tonight is the next question.
That is the question.
It's just, how is anyone going to click that button? Like, he might be historically low owned for a star.
The only thing is, I think in this game, if TJ is playing really well, Carlisle will stick with him longer, which could mean Haliburton could lose even more minutes. You know what I mean? Possibly. But the ownership thing is where it intrigues me because, Tony, couldn't you see Haliburton just coming out of nowhere, hitting like 6 threes and getting you like close to a triple-double in a closeout game at home or a possible closeout game? Like, I'm just going to say it. I wouldn't be shocked.
It's the ultimate leverage play for sure. But, man, it is if you've watched the game, because even if he was healthy, we wouldn't like him is the thing. So even if he's healthy, we don't like him. And now he's hurt on top of it. Man, this is one of those ones where if you just knew the ownership, what you want, I still think like the public will still just play him. Like, what is his Sabre projection right now is, where is he even at? 35, which is going to hit on some bill. I mean, man, he's just borderline near impossible click for me. But if he does it, he does it. I wouldn't be shocked though.
Can you do just the dry run real quick on Sabre on your side and just see how much he hits without touching anything? Don't touch anything. I'm just, because you know what? At that projection, Tony, I mean, he's projected with Chet. He's projected with Chet. J-Dub's over him, Pascal's over him, SJ. And I'm not saying they shouldn't be, right? We've been talking about this all series pretty much, how he's so boom bust. But, man, I don't think he comes in at 35 with that. If the industry is that low on Tyrese, he's going to come in like 20, 25%.
Yeah. Definitely. Like, Sabre's got him at 45% right now. Like, there's no way. Like,
I got unders. I'd take an under.
That's one of those ones there's just no way. But before we flip, let's do the pricing thing. Let's just look through this real quick. Okay. So Haliburton is down to, so he went down 400, 10-6. Pascal, same basically.
They should have made it interesting and put Haliburton at like almost where Chet is, like 9.2 or something, like
I think
in
even
the Chet
like
range.
Cheaper. I wish they put him at like 8K and really test people. Like,
that would test people,
fully test people, because then I think I would be more willing to fade even at the cheaper price, because I think there's a lot of scenarios where he just like totally it just dies.
Sylvester, don't say this, man. Don't say it. Don't even put that in the atmosphere right now. I don't want to hear it. But yeah, no.
Miles Turner, we don't like Miles Turner. But he finally gets the price break. He's down to 6,200. You got to always, actually, I'm going to bookmark this on here just so that I remember. 6,200, big price break there. Nembhard, how bad was Nembhard last game? I know a lot of people are hard on him too because he's been so bad on offense. He's just chasing SGA everywhere. So I give him a little bit of a pass because of the defense.
You got to give him a little slack.
But man, has he been bad on offense. He's been so bad on offense. And he's still 6K.
I will say, though, it's got to take a lot out of you having to deal with that all game, every game. It's just got to take a lot out of you.
So you get another one here, too. I mean, Neesmith, cheaper again going back home. So immediately, I wish I did this earlier. But, man, these two price points right here. I'll even put Haliburton as a bad price.
He's going to hit if he scores 24. I'll tell you that.
I mean, that's basically where he's been. I mean, 29, 21, 24, 20. I mean, he's got to be just one of the best.
And, Tony, that's in foul trouble. That's in foul trouble. He's been in foul trouble. He's fouled out of games, and he scored 24 fantasy points. I mean, last game he did it in 24 minutes. That's literally a fantasy point per minute. If he does just that, Tony, I think he's in the winner on this slate.
Yeah, I mean, I totally agree. I mean, it's going to be tough not to play Neesmith at that price.
Obi drops what, like 600?
400. Yeah, Benny Math drops a little. TJ goes up, but I think that's a lot to do with the game and Haliburton. He's still too cheap too at 5K with Haliburton the way he is. But yeah, I mean, Indy looks cut and dry to me. Where
if Tyrese is hurt, Tony, I think that Benny Math gets a huge bump if he's really hurt, because I just think they need more offense. And I think that's somewhat happened to Ben Shepherd. And I don't know if it was planned because they knew he was hurt prior to the game and he was just playing through stuff, or they could tell in the game. But we talked about Matherin's minutes. And again, he only got 22 minutes, but the game couldn't have been laid out better for him. And he shot 2 for 11 from the field. If Benny Math gets 22 minutes at home, Tony, he's another guy. I don't know how I don't play him if he's getting 22 minutes. And it kind of makes sense to me because if Haliburton's not 100%, you probably do need more offensive firepower out there. And Benny Math is that guy.
Yeah. I mean, you have to like him at 36. And like we talked about, I can't really go back to Ben Shepherd. I'll have him projected again, but I mean, look at his games. I mean, 6'8", 3'2". Maybe I project him for like 5 or 6 again and just leave it. But I really don't want him. These other guys are just great plays. But let's look at the Thunder real quick. Somehow, SGA.
Shout out to Lou Dort hitting that 3 at the end. I thought of you, AG. That over 8.5. I thought of you, buddy. We like.
There was a lot of props that hit on that thing. He banked in one too, and like I just love Lou Dort battled for us. I love Lou Dort grinding. SGA somehow went up in price again, though, and J-Dub. So these are the important ones to me. Like J-Dub goes up a full 1,000, which is fine, but he's creeping closer to SGA now, and that 1,000's a big price jump for a guy that still only had the one good game this series. He was solid in there, but just pay attention to the price bumps. Chet, same price. Hartenstein up a little bit, which Hartenstein had a good game last game and still only got 23. So think about that. Hartenstein has a good game finally, has 23. His 2 other games at home, 22 and 20. And we were talking about Neesmith, who's had minutes and foul trouble issue in that same range and cheaper. It's just pretty crazy that he's that cheap. Caruso, 66, which we can come back with. I actually like Caruso more on the road than home, just being a veteran. Dort, same thing, good price. Kaysen, same thing. Wiggs, 2,800. And then Isaiah Joe, who didn't even play. I mean, I don't know why on the road they would go back to Isaiah Joe in a closeout. So he's 1,000, though. And then Kenrich, who played when Isaiah Joe didn't, actually played 11 minutes, too. You would have to like him. He's 1,400 still, but you would have to like him over Isaiah Joe. So not really a ton of changes except for the Indiana ones and the J-Dub price up.
Yeah, so this is like the one slate too where I've liked OKC captains most of the time. I think I'm going to lean towards the Pacers from the captain standpoint, Tony. Like if Haliburton really is banged up, you would have to think that kind of helps these Pacers guys. And I hate the cheap range for like I hate it. So you brought up Kenrich Williams. Like he's probably my favorite in that range. But again, like, are you certain he gets 10, 11 minutes? Because I'm not. I'm not like 100% certain. He could play 2. Like, it's just, it just kind of all depends. So I think for me, I'm going to be more on the other side from the captain standpoint. But what are you doing here? Let's get to the top. That was everyone pretty much, right? You went through the whole pricing?
Yeah. And so the problem with the Pacers, for me at least, is let's just say no news really changes with Haliburton. We just assume he plays hurt. These other guys maybe get a boost if they play good. Get a boost either way, these guys. The problem, though, is if you play these cheaper captains, which we've always seen, it's just going to be super big chops because you're going to end up on the same teams. Where if you play like a TJ captain or a Neesmith or Benny Math or any of these guys, especially tonight with the Haliburton injury news, you're dealing with too many teams, at least for me. So I could play Pascal probably, but my worry with Pascal too is similar, where if Haliburton is limited, which you saw this in the last game a lot, they're just going to focus more on Pascal. And now they've had time to game plan a little bit too for the situation. I don't like Pascal, so it's better when we disagree anyways. I actually like SGA. I know I keep saying the same thing, but closeout spot, I think want these two, SGA and J-Dub, knowing that I have these Pacers guys that I want to live with. Even Miles Turner with this price point, I could say all of these guys, Turner down to Benny Math, I like. So I can just kind of shove all of these guys in there with maybe it's a 2-4 build with 4 Pacers, 2 OKC. And I like the OKC captain better still, though. So that would be my disagreement with. Who's the captain you like from the Pacers? Pascal?
Well, yeah, it's got to be. I definitely like Pascal. And I think just because I hate the cheap range, I might break our rule this one time and pull a Rubio, play a little TJ, play a little Benny Math, and just knock out those cheap guys from those builds. And yeah, they'll probably be a little chalky, but I could just see it like that whole cheap range from Case and Wallace down doing nothing. I mean, Case and Wallace had a really good game last game, wasn't on the winner. Maybe you could keep him in the pool, but like he still only played 17 minutes. He scored 25 fantasy points in 17 minutes. So if he plays that, and that's he played awesome and only got 17. So he's probably again playing 17 minutes, Tony. Like I don't see the minutes ticking up for him in this series, even in a good game. So that tells me if he plays 17 minutes and he's not shooting 75% from 3 and getting 4 or 5 stocks, he's probably not going to score as well in this spot. And he's played bad on the road. So I could see like the whole cheap range kind of failing. And if that happens, like just the jam and build where you can play like 2 of the OKC studs, Pascal, and you still have like between 4K and 4,700 for your last 2 spots.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I know you don't like it, so it's fine. It's fine.
Gonna chop a zillion ways. I don't like it. I would like it more.
People don't like the Pacers though as much as you think, like captain wise. I think everyone
knows. I mean, Haliburton though, like I don't know. People don't like the SGA price. He was already lower on, and I don't know. What was SGA owned in the captain last game out of curiosity? That was at home. We still have it up. He was 21% in the captain.
21%. So do you think he goes? Because that's still decent. You think he
He
goes
was
over
21
that?
and J-Dub was 15. What
Well,
was like
I think
basketball?
J-Dub's captain goes up a little bit.
J-Dub, I think, will be the highest tonight for sure. After what he did last game,
I
and
could see them both being 20%. So you're
yeah,
talking like 40 to 50%, I think, between SGA and J-Dub and the captain. Because again, Tyrese Haliburton, I know we haven't liked him in the series, but his captain ownership is going to be even lower this game. So it's going to be
it's
the
got to be
lowest it's
like
been.
crazy low.
It's
I
going to be
am
the lowest it's
curious.
ever been. So Pascal is going to end up being higher, right, Tony? Like Pascal is going to end up going from like what 10 to 12 to like 15 to 18.
It has to be. I think Pascal could be. I'm trying to look at all these ownerships from the last game.
So right there, we're thinking like 55 to 60% between SGA, J-Dub, and Pascal. Maybe 65%.
You would think. I mean, it's always lower than I think, though. Like where I always feel like they're going to be higher than they actually are. I can't
I just
find a
don't know.
Haliburton. I must not have played like hardly any Haliburton. I can't find him.
I'm sure you didn't. We hated Haliburton.
He was
I think I almost
6%.
full
He was
faded him.
6% last. So think about this. Last game he was 30. Granted, this was on the road, not at home, but that doesn't matter to a lot of people in their building. 33% overall and 6% in the captain, and his price is the same basically, knowing he's hurt now. I mean, I think your 20% was right. 20% and literally like 5% or less in the captain. 5%.
God, should I play just like a tiny amount of Haliburton in the captain?
I just of all things that would stun me, it would definitely be him just nuking. I mean, could they be just totally like bait and switching everybody and he's not like near as hurt as people think?
Man, they're one of those teams like, again, you don't want to count them out. And I feel weird. Like if Haliburton's going to be that low, I just say it like, why wouldn't you try and get over on what 5% in the captain, even if you've got 10 or 8?
I just wish I liked his matchup more normally. Like my biggest issue with him is I hate his matchup even when he was healthy. It just kills me like mentally.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, if I didn't like him healthy, how am I going to jam him when he's hurt?
I'm the same way. I haven't really played him all series, but he still
no
has
one's gonna
that.
play him though. Is the flip side. Like it just
He
might be even lower than we think. He might be. Who knows what the news is going to be before that? There's still no guarantee. We could do this whole show and they could still rule him out. Like that's not that crazy to think.
Yeah,
they've definitely thrown some.
This take is like the most obvious. Yes, Hallie is dead money. Like everybody's saying the same thing. That's what we're trying to say. Is like when everyone's saying the same thing.
You might be a bigger man than me, though. I still don't know if I can click it. Like it is a tough click, but I agree with you. Like you don't have.
But we thought he was a tough click in general. That's my point, though. We thought he was a tough click when he was healthy. We thought he was a tough click, but he still has the boom bust opportunity that we've talked about. Like he is the most boom bust guy on the out of all the stars in the playoffs, pretty much. Like he is just completely hit or miss when he's on and when he's not. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just a bad play overall. I just think everyone's gonna have the same take, and when everyone has the same take, it ends up being even lower than what we think. And if he comes in under 20%, I won't even be shocked.
I mean, it is great. It's gonna depend. A lot is where his projection comes out because these projections aren't settled yet. But like let me look at other sites. Let me see what some other.
There's just no way he's gonna get up to like J-Dub or Pascal.
No, nowhere near that. But like if he's even in the 30s, like think about that, man. Like if we truly think he's dead, like granted, 30's low for stars. But if we truly think he's dead, you're still talking about a third of the field is dead, though. Like that helps us in our own way. Like,
but it's not a third of the field. It's gonna be like at least it's gonna be like a fourth at the most, maybe a fifth.
That's still a fourth of the field that's dead.
Yeah,
I don't know. Like what chance would you give if he plays how we think right now, where he's just in there but hurt? What is it greater than 20% that he's in the winner? I don't think it is. I don't know. I mean, if I told you right now, okay, you got to put up $80 to my $20 that he's in the winner or that he's not in the winner, would you take it? Like, I don't think I don't. I'd have a hard time taking the $80 side.
Probably not, but at the same time, if you're just building like 1 to 3 teams,
That's a
and
good
you're
way to
just
be different, and it's
and,
still
you're
like,
just like, I want to be different. I don't want to play the chalky builds. Like, that's what you do. You know what I mean?
all
Like
sites have them about mid 30s right now, which
that is not doing it on this slate.
what would you do? What would you project them at though? Just like your project, not talking ownership, not talking anything.
If I wanted him to hit some,
No,
right?
I'm not saying if you want him to hit. I'm just saying what would you project him at? Nothing else. No other questions of anything. Just what do you think he gets fantasy points tonight?
Well, it depends on my feeling on if I want to play him, though. Like, it just
nothing.
depends.
There's no other part to this question. It's just what do you project him at?
Well, if you don't like him, I'd leave him at 34.
Nothing else. There's nothing else to it. What do you yourself project him at? No ownership, no anything. Just what would you give him?
I'm either giving him 36 or I'm giving him 45. Like,
Those are your two numbers, 36 or 45?
Yeah, because he's either giving me like 45 plus, or he's giving me under 30. He's giving me like a mid 30s game.
Why can't
which
he
is
just
not going to hit
20 like last game?
I just don't think he's going to go 0 for 4 and 0 for 6 from the field.
What if he plays 12 minutes and realizes he can't go no more?
Well, if that's the case, then you're just wrong. You're just wrong. You know what I mean?
I could bet a lot on his under 30. Whatever's like 33, 34 across I wish I could bet a lot on the under.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably sharp. Would you bet TJ's overs with the unders?
I mean, I love TJ's overs because I think he's got a lot of outs. Even if he plays his normal role, he's got outs.
Yeah.
And you said, Benny Math too. Those guys. I mean,
I would bet TJ's overs. I would bet Benny's overs if you're betting Hallie's unders, and I'd bet Caruso's overs because I think it's a bounce back spot for Caruso.
They've inflated them since the like injury news came out. Like McConnell and Benny Math. I wonder like how much their numbers have gone up.
McConnell's been crushing in the playoffs, so his numbers had to have gone up because. Like,
I'm sure they've adjusted for sure.
Has to. I mean, if you've been betting TJ McConnell overs, you've been hitting a decent amount. He scored in this series 9, 11, 10, 8, and 18. And I'm pretty sure his points in the series have been between 6 and 8. Most like the lines, you know what I mean? Somewhere in that range for TJ.
Yeah.
So
correct.
You're winning that bet every time so far. I bet. What do you think it is? You think it's double digits, the number? TJ?
Gotta be like just points?
10 and a half, 11 and a half, something like that?
I think probably even higher. Yeah.
Really?
I think like
it
13
is
or 14 or something.
10 and a half.
That's his number? Yeah. I mean, I definitely, he's gone 9, 11, 10, 8, and 18, and that's with Haliburton being healthy for most of it.
Him, Obi, and Nemhard are all at 10 and a half. Yeah. Benny Math is higher. He's at 11 and a half.
I like TJ and Benny Math over for sure. I should honestly put it in right now for my boost just because I'm sure they're inflated, but if somehow news hits that Haliburton sits or something, those numbers are going to go way up. So even though like everyone has this same take, I think we should actually put it in right now.
Caruso, Benny Math. Caruso's 9.5.
Caruso's ass in there. You can have him again. He made me mad last game. I'm going to play him in fantasy.
Saying his points. I'm saying his points. I'm saying 9.5 is his number for points. That's what I'm saying.
I want to bet OKC. Well, actually, I can't bet OKC because I want to hedge. But if I didn't have my series bet, I would want to bet OKC. But so I'm talking from a perspective from everyone else. I can't do it, but I would if I. And then these Pacers props, it always helps when you're betting. Like you said that, where it helps you by betting some of the other team stuff.
Yeah. Yep. Ben Shepherd, Captain Day. God bless you, sir. Zero Gravity. Have a great day. I don't know about Captain. Benny Math, Captain. Okay. Tony doesn't like it.
I like it. I just think it's
I
going to
like
be
it a
like
little more.
crazy popular. Like I think it's going to be way more popular than people will want.
Yeah,
But I do
yeah,
like it. I think it's a smart play.
I think so
Especially
too.
in like cash type. This has always been my issue with Rubio when I make fun of him. I think it's the right move for cash. I just don't think it's the right move to make as
I
much.
just have a feeling that those cheap shitters are all going to fail tonight. All the guys that
But you're still
did
playing
good,
the same cheap dudes. That's I can play SGA. Like I can play SGA, Pascal, or J Dub, and then I can play all these guys like TJ, Neesmith, Dort, Mathurin. I won't have 3 studs. I'll only have 2 studs, but I'll also not have to punt anything. And that's with an SGA captain.
So if you build out like SGA with 2 studs, SGA captain with 2 studs,
well, 2
and then
studs, you're going to have to play a cheapie.
Yeah, and then you throw Benny Math in there, right? Because you're going to want a guard.
Basically, it'll be the difference in 1 stud. Like, if you play SGA captain, you won't be able to play Pascal or J Dub, or you'll have to punt.
Right. So if what happens last game happens again, where like all those guys get 50 plus, you're not winning.
Yeah.
Most likely is all I'm saying. So, yeah, I mean, I guess it's kind of just how you feel. I just feel like it's an Indiana captain spot tonight. And Pascal, the other thing with like Pascal's been so good in this series. And again, I keep saying it, but his minutes are still not even that good.
Yeah.
It's just crazy to me.
Those 3 play last game after we talked about it?
Pascal played 33, Miles Turner
58,
25, and then 12 for Tony
80.
Bradley. Oh, 80. Yeah.
Well, 80 without Bradley because I wasn't. When we were talking about it on the show, I hadn't even talked about Bradley because I didn't think he would play. So you're still at 92, right? So you're talking. Is that right? 92 of 96, 33.
Yeah.
Is that right? 58.
Yeah, because they waved the flag, right?
80, 92.
Because they waved the flag a couple minutes before. They still didn't go
above that. That's crazy. They still didn't get to 96. That's just crazy.
Right. Because like I said,
Carlisle's got to play these dudes more minutes.
That's what I'm saying.
It's crazy.
Play Pascal 40 minutes. Play OB 32. Play TJ 25 to 30. Play Benedict Mathurin 25.
Don't play freaking Ben Shepherd. And don't play Tony Bradley. Like, just sit those guys down. Your season's on the line.
Have Neesmith and Nembhard in the entire game, like, and just that's it. Like, you should always have one of those 2 guys in for defense, and then you should always have like, I don't know, 2 of what, like Mathurin, TJ, Toppin.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to need some of the scoring for sure. I need to use my feature here that you showed me because it's scrolling on me again.
Yep, hit that top, the toggle right there. If you
the
have
problem I was having with the toggle
scroll.
is I couldn't re-click it. There we go. Let's see. So here's oh no, I still have Saber score.
How much Haliburton? Show us how much Haliburton you got without touching it.
Hold on, let me change it to 150 teams. Captain Haliburton, none. Let's see who we got. We got Benny Math, the top captain.
Makes sense.
Neesmith, but really, there's not. Oh, I got Indiana checked. I was like, there's no high percentages. I didn't have any OKC in there. So you got SGA. There we go. SGA. So 63. This is just projection too. 63. Benny Math, Neesmith. So Pascal actually doesn't hit. Granted, I didn't bump him or anything, though, so he would probably go a little higher if I bumped him. And then utility, Benny Math, Dub, SGA, Neesmith. The utility looks about how I would. Ben Shepherd, don't sneak in there and get on us, Ben Shepherd. Come on, get out of here.
That's your boy. That's your boy, God. Tony. You love Ben Shepherd.
Freaking mustache. Like, oh, my gosh. This freaking guy.
I'm debating the bad play fade or the bad play and ownership play because he's going to be so low owned. But I wanted to see how much Haliburton we got. I don't even see him, Tony. Where is he? In the util.
Yeah, it didn't even get any at 34. But
We
that's
got
just with
0.
projection. Yeah.
Run the Sims. Let's see what the Sims.
We'll definitely get more, I assume, with the Sims, but we'll see. Just because he's going to be I would assume he's going to sim.
Zero Gravity is on the Ben Shepherd. He said, respect the stash. I mean, I love a good stash. Listen, I love a good stash, but
the only good part at all is guys like him definitely play better at home, 100%.
Definitely.
So that'll help a little. His
It's gonna
price
be
is
funny.
nice.
It's going to be funny when I look at your content tonight and I see you have Ben Shepherd in your core, and I'm going to laugh. If you put Ben Shepherd in your core, seriously, no way. Do not do it.
I think I put him in my core last game. I might have. I can't remember.
Oh, God. No,
I had a lot of them no matter what. I don't remember what I had. I had a lot.
Oh.
So the Sims, we get 3 Haliburton teams with the Sims. I thought we'd have
3
more. Let's give.
Yeah.
In the captain. So SGA came a little bit down. Pascal came up, which I would expect with the Sims. Pascal dub. I mean, honestly, these look pretty solid for no adjustments whatsoever. These numbers look somewhat decent for what I want. I want to bump. Like, I want to bump Pascal some more. I want to bump Benny Math and these guys a little bit more, but overall they're about where I would expect them. How about the Ben Shepherd captain? I got one of them. What's this team? Let's see what the Ben Shepherd captain team is.
Jeez.
Shepherd, SGA, Benny Math. Look at that. Look at that. Talk me into it. Zero Gravity. Look at that. We got the 4 studs plus Benny Math.
You talk about the cash.
Let's go, baby.
You talk about the cash build. There it is, right there.
Oh my God!
Just throw it away.
Look at it. This is where Rubio gets tempted.
Talk to him, Lee.
Look at
Talk to him, Lee. Get in his head, Lee. Tell him. He won't listen.
Man, look at that team you get.
Zero Gravity loves it, though. Loves it.
It does look good. If you could somehow get like.
This is the problem with cheap captains, though, Tony. They all look good. Yeah. Like, when you look at them, you're like, they all look good normally.
So good.
Because they just get you everything.
The 4 studs plus Benny Math.
God. Get that team off the screen. I don't want to see it anymore. Get it off. Trash it.
Let's look at the Benny Math. Let's see how good these look. So you still got studs, but this is always my problem with like this range, though. Like, that team to me right here, granted, it's just the extra stud you get, but it just doesn't look that much better to me than the SGA captain. Like, I know you get an extra stud, but it just doesn't look that much. Because on my other team, I can still play TJ, Benny Math. I can play Alt Neesmith. I can still play all those guys.
It's the difference between playing like Miles Turner and Aaron Wiggins, pretty much.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Correct. And with these 2 teams, I just feel like one of the, like, look at this team that pops up. Like, both OKC studs and 4 Indiana, like, value guys. Like, I can live in that range. That's just where I want to be. Like, here we got where's a Pascal one?
Well, that's the range you're gonna be in, though, is the 1 stud with 3 like mid-tier guys and then 1 cheapie.
Or like this. Here's the double stud one that you like, where you're gonna have to again punt with. You got 2 punts in this one, Kenrich and Ben Shepherd, which I don't like either. I agree with you on that. I would just rather give up 1 stud, because this mid-range, I think tonight is gonna be very good. At least you've
been betting against Pascal all series, buddy. Just keep doing it. Get in there. Dive right in there.
About that. I'm gonna keep betting against Pascal.
Dive right in there, big guy. Get in there. My boy dropping 50 burgers. Dropping 50 burgers on Big T.
2 out of 5 games he dropped a 50.
You don't like good 50 burgers. What's wrong with you?
I like 33 and 39s like the first 2 games. Those are what I like from Pascal.
We'll see at home with no Haliburton.
I do like him more tonight than I have, just because the Haliburton thing. But I'm still lower on him.
This is my thing, though. I don't know how you can't if you don't like Haliburton.
Yeah, you're going to have to like him, yeah.
If you love Haliburton unders, if you think he just drops 20 fantasy points again and he shoots shitty from the field and he doesn't shoot that many times, period, Like, and he
I'm
plays
not
less
convinced
minutes.
he's gonna just go out and play the whole game. Like me personally, my personal take. Like I've seen it so much with Haliburton where he just like sits.
I think Carlisle will keep TJ in if he's playing as good as he did in the second
Yeah,
half. So I
I think
definitely think there's a path to
and Penny.
Haliburton. I definitely think there's a path to Haliburton playing like 28 minutes even instead of like in the 30s, like literally losing a bunch of minutes
Yeah.
if those
I
guys are
think that's
playing
what
good.
happens. That's my prediction of what happens. He tries to
That's
go. He's
that's the
banged up.
worry about Haliburton is you're not just worried about him getting injured and playing well. You're also worried that like he could actually lose run because of
Correct.
his injury. Like normally you don't worry about that with studs.
You're not getting a price break, and like the optimal doesn't care if he's hurt or not. You still have to produce
Yeah.
at this price point. You
He
still
needs
have to outscore those other guys.
He needs to outscore Pascal, J-Dub, SGA. He needs to outscore two of those guys.
Yeah,
Probably.
100% he does. And how is that going to happen? It's just not going to happen. So that's why I'm just, if he beats me, he beats me. Like I'm just under that mindset. If he goes out, I'll tip my hat.
It's going to be tough for him to outscore even three of those guys. Like it's going to be tough for him to outscore three of those guys. Even like
he's going to have just, which he could. Like it's not going to shock me if he just, like you said at the beginning of the show, he goes out and hits 8 threes or something. Where I do think it'll have to be with the 3-point shot. I don't think he's going to be able to just drive and do that. So I think he's going to have to just get hot from 3, which could happen. But still, is he going to score 50 plus shooting threes? I mean, I think just eyeballing it. My rule, which I think I'm going to do, I need to play, is have 2 of these other creators, Nembhard, McConnell, Benny Math. Those 3. Have 2 of those 3, or even 3, but 2 of those 3 on like all my teams.
I'm going to throw Neesmith in there, honestly. I think Neesmith, just at that price point, has got to be a really good play. So
Miles Turner's a freaking good play at 6,200, and I haven't liked him all series.
Honestly, I might make a rule. I want 3 of those 5 guys you just said.
Yeah. I mean, those are the keys. I mean, even who's the other one? Oh, Obi. You got those 6. Those are the key guys for the pace because Pascal's going to do what Pascal does. Haliburton's banged up. The game's going to come down to those 6.
He's going to get between like 39 and 50, somewhere in that range, probably.
He's going to do what he does.
He always does.
Who's going to come with him?
Yeah, and that's
it's somewhat easy tonight too because we don't love these Thunder. Like I don't like Dort as much on the road. Caruso's still expensive. Caruso's more than Miles Turner. He's still expensive. Hartenstein is what he is. Chat is what he is. And these guys are priced where they need to be. So it's not that crazy. I could even see a 1-5 with 5 indie guys tonight, even if OKC wins on top of it.
Yeah, I think I want 4 Pacers. Like I want 4 Pacers.
Prices are definitely better, 100%. Like who do you think's priced too cheap on the Thunder? There isn't one. Maybe Lou Dort, maybe. None of the other guys are priced too cheap though.
No, everyone's priced where they should be. That's the thing. Yeah. Whereas the Pacers,
they're all too cheap.
They're all cheap. Like you said, even Miles Turner, a guy that we haven't liked all series.
Even Ben Shepherd's too cheap, even though he sucks. He's still 1,200. No one else is that range.
Yeah, he's cheap. They're all.
Would you rather play Ben Shepherd or Isaiah Joe after Isaiah Joe DNP'd?
Isaiah Joe might not play, so Ben Shepherd. But would I rather play Kenrich or Ben Shepherd? I'd probably go Kenrich. You know,
Kenrich still does worry me just a hair about not playing. I know he keeps playing, but it just worries me just a hair that he DNPs.
That's the thing. I don't like either of them. I'm just saying, like, if you make me pick, Ben Shepherd definitely plays, whereas Kenrich might not, but I would still take him probably. But, like, Tony Bradley might not play. He also might play. I don't know. Is Tony Bradley a good play?
I can't play Tony Bradley, but
I can't either.
Just me personally. He is one. I want to say he is 1K, so he's going to be in my player pool. I do not feel great about him playing again, though. Their season's on the line.
Should I bet TJ McConnell triple double?
One of my
career
biggest
game.
issues with TJ McConnell is he just came off the freaking game of his. He played so good. I hate play. I'm like our boy JT in baseball when a pitcher goes off. Like I love TJ McConnell, but can he really be better than his last game? He can't be.
The question is, does he need to be?
He doesn't need to be. That's a great counterpoint. Is he doesn't need to be. He only needs to get you like high 20s or something.
Right, exactly. So I don't think he needs to be. And
he could get more run too.
What's always held TJ back? What you just said. He never gets 20 plus minutes. He finally got 20 plus minutes. And if we think Haliburton is hurt, and we think TJ, or we like TJ's overs, and we think he could play more for the first time all year, that's huge for because if you gave TJ McConnell instead of 18 minutes, 22-minute projection, I mean, that's massive. You know what I mean? That's a huge bump for him just to 22. What if he played 24 minutes, Tony? What if he played 25 minutes? Right? Yeah. Like what happens in that scenario? He's just got to be such a better play, even though he's had the best game of his life, or one of the best games of his life in the second half. That was really a half too, Tony, by the way. Like he's that type of player. He can just spark in one set of run where you're just like, holy shit, he just got like 12 points and 2 rebounds and 2 assists and he got a steal and it just happened so fast. Like that's TJ McConnell. You know what I mean? So I don't know. The potential minutes upside that he could have for the first time is what just like makes me say like, screw it. I gotta play TJ McConnell with that. Like, I get what you're saying though. It sucks when you got to play him off the big game, but
no, I mean, and I love TJ tonight. So I wasn't saying like, I like TJ. I don't want it to sound like I don't like him.
AG knows. JSU loves TJ. You gotta love TJ McConnell, aka JJ Barea. You gotta love those players. Those are the players when you get into the finals, Tony. Those are the guys teams lean on for success, for championships. I swear to God, what if they do come back? I know you don't want to hear this because you got the big bet, but what if they do come back and TJ's the MVP?
I might root for him in game. Once I lose all my money, I'll probably root for him in game 7. Like, because I don't have it after tonight. I won't have any OKC bets left.
Seriously though, like if Haliburton didn't play or like could only play a little bit and TJ actually got like massive runs,
he's not going to be an MVP over Pascal. Like he's not. There's no way, but it'd be funny.
It would be great though.
I mean, the only way is if literally like the next 2 games they win it and he like drops 40 both games or something crazy.
Or some triple-double.
He still might not be though, because I mean Pascal's been so good for 5 games. Like there's no way he's winning it.
I was just thinking in my head if it was
funny though if he did.
It would just be so funny. Like what's the MVP odds right now? I assume Shea's just like the obvious favorite, but like
I mean, these Pacers guys, you're going to get a good price on all of them.
What's Pascal?
They're not winning 2 freaking games. Don't even entertain your mind. They're not winning 2 games.
I'm just wondering what Pascal is, right? He's 11-1, Pascal.
Yeah, like, so that's your bet if you like the Pacers. But, man, like.
Yeah. Again, though, what are they to win the series? It's probably like a similar, 10-1 to win the series. So it's
I wouldn't bet Pascal if you only get an extra 1 unit or something.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's
just bet the Pacers.
That's a dumb bet. If I saw TJ McConnell at like 300-1 or something like that, then maybe I'd entertain.
I mean, he should be. He probably is. What's it? He's got to be like 300-1.
I don't even see him listed, Tony.
Yeah, because there's just literally no way. Even though we love him, like
they have Aaron Nesmith. They have Aaron Nesmith on there.
I mean, because he starts and he's been better than TJ overall, just looking at his numbers.
No, I'm just saying, though, like, it's Pascal, Tyrese, 350.
Nesmith's 350. That means TJ's like 3,000-1.
Yeah.
It's 350.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
Like, I mean, now that I'm eyeballing Nesmith, what if he just had 2 games where he just nuked? He's a lot more alive than TJ because he starts and he's like got that defense. Like I don't think at 350 to 1, I don't think that's the worst bet ever.
I mean, yeah, I
He's
love
good.
him in this game. I love him, and I don't know how you don't play him in DFS.
I mean, yeah, he's gonna be.
He's
everything considered. Not in the captain. I don't like him in there. But
no,
but
I don't
just
like
as
him in
far as
captain.
plugging him in, he's got to be. I mean, he's 4,800.
I like him in the util. I mean, that's where you're gonna play him.
If you could just lock in that 24, which he's had 4 of the 5 games, basically. I mean, you're just in great shape.
I mean, he has shot so well from 3, and they got to tell him to shoot more. He has shot so damn well from 3, and he's taken 7, 8, 2, 5, and 5 shots. He's got to shoot more. Haliburton's banged up. They got to get him some. I know his threes come from just like kind of the flow, so it's not like a thing they set up with him, but like, man, they got to just tell him, like, green light, bro. You're open.
Tonight, you got nothing to lose. Start firing.
I mean,
and at least see if he's hot. I mean, maybe he's hot. Maybe he's not. If he misses a few, tell him to stop shooting.
He has shot 40+% in every single game.
I'm pretty sure he's that on the season. I'm pretty sure.
He's got to be. I mean, yeah, I get it. Haliburton takes a lot of threes. You know, the Miles Turner takes a bunch of threes.
47% his last 30 games.
Wow.
47%.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Shoot the ball more, D. Smith.
And Miles Turner is like the opposite. 1 for 5, 1 for 4, 0 for 6, 1 for 2. Like, stop shooting. You let these other guys shoot, Miles. Let these other guys shoot.
These 5
I know it's his game.
I don't have it on the screen anymore. I'm sitting here highlighting my sheet, and it's not even on the screen. I got Saber on the screen.
Yeah, you got Saber on it.
Those Indiana roll guys are just the nut.
All right, so we both.
I've done that this show. Let me flip back.
That's at least we both agree on the fact that we want to load our teams up with those Indiana roll players, 3 to 4 guys.
Yeah, like these 6 right here, and then you play 2 or 3 of the studs, and there's your build.
I got a question. How would you rank those guys? Price included. How would you rank those guys?
With everything I know right now, not any other extra Haliburton news, I would rank Neesmith based on price. TJ number 2, Benny Math number 3. Man, it's close from the other 3, but I think Nembhard, Turner. I think Obi would be my 6th for sure. Even though I like him, I still like him, but I think
Nembhard would be my 6th, and Obi would be my 5th.
My only thing about Nembhard, he's got to step up a little tonight with Haliburton. Nembhard's the worst, though. He's been so bad, and he's still going to be. I just don't think it's Nembhard's the worst. I agree with you. I changed my mind. He's the worst, just because.
But he's still
going to be guarding.
He's still in play, though, is the thing. Like, I'm just saying, like,
he just shouldn't be like he should be priced. Like, I honestly think all these guys should be like 5K range. Even Benny Math. So with Nembhard being 1K more and these guys being cheaper, like, it just makes it tough.
So Fly Eagle says, does it make sense to separate Nembhard and Neesmith? I just think their price tags are just so friendly. I don't think you have to do that. I get it, though. Like, Nembhard hasn't really had that many good games. I just
Nembhard's got. You're right about Nembhard. The more I'm processing it, he's got. Honestly, I think he might be a bad play because they don't have anyone else to guard SGA, so he just has to be in that role.
Yeah, no, and again, I will rank him like value wise. He's going to be 6th, and I think that's what most people should do.
I think Obi's clearly 5th too. I think Obi's only 600 cheaper than Turner. That's crazy.
I think Obi's 5th. I think Turner's 4th, and then it just depends on how you rank TJ, Neesmith, Benny Math. That to me is just what it kind of what it is. But I want 3 of these guys. I think is the point. So
definitely
that's what I'm gonna do. But I mean that's about it. I'll pay 800 more for Caruso, bounce back. Yeah, I mean Caruso could bounce back. He's a veteran. They aren't at home, so you would have to think guys like Case and Wallace, Aaron Wiggins aren't going to shoot a combined like 7 for 10 from 3. Like Caruso's definitely a guy. He's a role guy that can do it at home. Or I'm sorry, on the road.
I'm with you on Caruso, but I've tried to get better at this, and I think I have. His price point's just high for us. I want to like him with you. He's just too expensive. Like that game.
The key with Caruso is, though, he can outscore the range of Turner, Nembhard, Toppin.
He had his best possible game in game 4 and had 35.
Yeah, but he might not need it.
Better than that.
He might only need like 26, 27 to outscore Toppin and Turner and Nembhard.
Yeah, I mean, but he's way more expensive than them. He's 6,600.
Not way more expensive, but yeah, he's more expensive.
I mean, it's a decent amount. Not Nembhard, but that's why I don't like Nembhard the more I'm thinking about it.
And Turner, he's 400 more expensive than Turner.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough. That's another good thing that SaberSim, and a reason to use SaberSim and play around with it is you can see what numbers you need, and it's why I like contemplating it. But man, like when you have like Benny Math at 3,600 and Caruso 3,000 more than that, it's just tough. I love Caruso. I think the price point might be bad on those two, Nembhard and Caruso. I'd rather play these other guys. Like, I don't know what the build is with Neesmith, McConnell, and Benny Math, but those three look just so good together.
They do. Yeah, those three are definitely my favorite. So we can at least agree on.
And you can play like especially if you play a dub captain. Like I still want to play SGA captain because I think it's going to be lower than it should. But if you play a dub captain, just say you do that. Dub, SGA, dub captain, SGA, McConnell, Neesmith, Benny Math. You got 60. That fits Miles Turner. That fits Nembhard. That fits Obi. That fits that's your build for sure. There's no way you don't end up on that.
I don't think it's going to be lower because there's no Halliburton captains. Like they just have to be. It just has to be a little higher.
6% though. Like these Indiana.
But all of that is going towards the studs. I think
there's no way that Neesmith, McConnell, Benny Matt. There's no way they're not way higher than last game captain. Like, even if it's 3% each or something, you're talking an extra 12%.
Yeah, but we said the top range was going to. I think
it's very safe to put between Pascal, between the three big captains, it's got to be between 60 and 70% of the overall. So that leaves you with just say 30 to 40%, the rest.
And
Chet's got like 5% Hallie, and then a lot of these guys just 5% each type things.
Chet's going to be like 5 to 8%.
Because there's only so many builds too, is what people don't realize. So like you don't need more than 5% TJ because you get all the builds. You get all the builds.
That's why like the guys that are good at 150, they know like they don't have to go crazy over the field on those guys. They just need like those top builds. You know what I mean? Like they don't need to be. Right, exactly. Because those are the best.
If you throw Haliburton now, because if you throw Haliburton, and honestly, like Chet, I like Chet, but he's another guy that I don't have to have. If he's in there, he's in there. Like I'm thrilled to have him. Don't get me wrong. If I have him, I like it. But I don't need to have Chet. I need to have two of those other studs. I have to. So
yeah, two of SGA, J-Dub, and Pascal for me are definitely going to be key. I still like the three in that mid tier, and then find your last spot. Like that's definitely how I'm going to want to build out my teams today. So yeah, Chet, scary play. Yeah, I think we hit it on the head. Big T. It could be the last show. Might depending on last game here. So we'll see what happens tonight. I hope you win your bet though. So I'll be rooting them on.
Gotta have it. I'm gonna get killed in the finals if I don't have it because I had two big bets on these. So
it'll be a bad way to after having such a good playoff run too. To
honestly, I probably I haven't looked at the exact amount. I put pretty much all my winnings too from my bet side on these bets. So like I'll probably even with all those wins
you should hedge a little on the Pacers.
I need to look into it actually and see because I do think the hedge could hit both sides too. Like I feel like OKC could win a close game tonight.
You know what you should actually do? You should just wait and hope OKC gets up and the line goes to like 12 or something, and then you just hammer it or whatever.
What
it'll
I would
let you.
love to do is exactly what you said. And instead of like hedging with the spread to hit both, wait till the like money line gets high and do it to where I can cover the bets if Indiana wins. Because then you would still have another chance on the back end. Oh no, I wouldn't because I don't have game
No, you
7.
wouldn't.
I was thinking of it.
But you'd spend less to possibly get all your investment back if they were to win, which could definitely happen.
Though, all that stuff, I think OKC closes it tonight. They've been too good. Granted, I've been on OKC the whole series anyway, so no one's going to be surprised by that. But I think they close it down. I think that the injury from Haliburton is just too much for them, and
All right. That's going to do it here. Guys, hit the like button on the video. Make sure you subscribe to the Run Pure Sports YouTube channel to get notified whenever we go live for these shows. Obviously, probably not any more NBA shows, depending on what
we haven't
happens.
done Sundays, but if it's Game 7, we're definitely coming on Sunday.
Yeah, if it's Game 7, we'll find a time and we'll get it done on Sunday for you guys. But I honestly I do want another basketball game because I do hate it when the NBA
basketball fan in me, not take all my money out of it. I'd love Game 7 too, and I like the Pacers. I mean, they treated us well in the playoffs, so take my money out of it. I'd love to see one more.
And they're a fun team. You know what I mean? Some teams aren't as the Pacers are a fun team. They are an exciting type of team and stuff like that. So I do enjoy, watching them. And OKC's fun too. They're young and athletic and stuff like that. So it's been a good series, much better than I thought. And, I'm happy. It's definitely a more competitive series and stuff like that. So, all right, Tony, if they want the rest, you know where to go. Run Pure Sports. We'll have all our content up, exposures, favorite players we're, higher on, guys we're under on from the field, and, our core plays, of course. And if you guys want that, RPS 15 gets you 15% off. We still got that JBC 100K win for a free week. You do have to sign up for a month, but if you sign up for the month, you'll get a free week, and you can use that code JBC 100K win. I'm trying to get an MMA show for tomorrow because MMA early lock this weekend. If you play MMA, I think the lock's at 12. So just a heads up. So we probably won't be able to do a show on Saturday. So I'm going to try and get a show tomorrow for MMA. So if you're an MMA fan, hopefully we'll have one for tomorrow. And yeah, Tony, early lock for MMA. Don't forget that. Put it in your old calendar. 12 Eastern.
Love it. I don't love it when it comes to Saturday night, but I love it as far as content and stuff.
I hate it when it comes to Saturday night.
It sucks when it comes to Saturday night, but
yeah, actually, it's better than the 4 a.m. card that we'll get in August. So
way better than that. That's the one that sucks. I genuinely think that's the only card I haven't watched at least most of since COVID. I genuinely think
the Macau card when it was 12 at night, it started, right? Or 2 at night?
No, it was later than that because I would have watched it at midnight. It was 2
a.m. It was 2 a.m. Yeah. It was 2 a.m. because I got up.
And it was a bad card too, and I just had no chance. I woke up and watched the last couple, like the main event and stuff, but I didn't watch any of them.
There were a couple good fights. I won't lie. There was that doctor who was a massive dog and knocked the other chick out. That was kind of funny. The little Chinese chick that won. She was a massive dog. There was a couple fights that were good, but overall it wasn't the best card 100%. But yeah, no, those are the tough ones. I like the night. I like sleep. Getting the whole night. Yep, I'm watching the fights tonight. That's what we're doing. We're watching the fights, but whatever. That'll be it. Also doing a best ball show with the Prez tomorrow, 12 Eastern. So if you're into best ball, I'll be doing a show with the Prez at 12 Eastern on this channel. So I know Tony won't be watching, but if anyone's into it, you can come check that out on this channel here. Tony, good luck in the last showdown slate. Everyone else, good luck in your DraftKings, DFS, and betting tonight. Hopefully we get a game 7. Sorry, Tony, I know you have bets, but I want another game here, so I'm rooting for that. Go TJ McConnell, go Benny Matherin. Let's go Run Pure Sports. Let's take it down tonight for Big T. I'm JSU. Let's crush tonight. We're out of here. Peace.